Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Verse number 24, chapter number 1. Bhagavad Gita. Sanjay Uvacha. Evam yukto rishikesho gudakeshena bharata senayor ubayor madhye stabitva radhotamam. Which means, Sanjay said, O successor of the Bharata dynasty, as Arjuna had just spoken, Lord Krishna carried the finest of all chariots between both the armies. So now, from this verse, we have to realize or understand some of the subtle meanings here. Evam yukto rishikesho. After hearing from Arjun, Rishikesh. Here Krishna is addressed as again Rishikesh. Rishikesh is the personality who is the sum total of the master of all senses, which means every living entity in this material world, you see, perceive them, whether it's a human being or demons or demigods or fish, trees, plants, animals, birds, bees, all of them have senses. Rishika Isha, which we actually explained some times ago, that he is the controller of all the senses. He is the producer of all senses. We can see that this world is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, which Krishna says that all these are my separated material energy. Material energy. So this material world is the 1/4 of the total creation of Lord Krishna. The 3/4 is the spiritual world. There are unlimited number of Vaikuntha planets, but there is only one Goloka Vrindavan, which is the topmost of all spiritual universes, and the topmost of the material universe is Brahmaloka. Even the material scientists, they say that in order to go to Brahmaloka in the light speed, takes 40,000 years. It is a theory. One thing we have to understand that who is going to live for 40,000 years? So therefore it can always be a theory only. It cannot be practical because no one lives that kind of life, prolonged life, and also we do not have that kind of machine. Our technology can go only 2,000 miles per hour or 3,000 miles per hour. That is the highest technology. Nowadays, all these modern jets and rockets go several thousands of miles. But there is nothing like the speed of the mind as well as the speed of the light. That is still very subtle for the modern scientists. We can understand Sanjay is telling or he is narrating the battlefield, what is going on in the battlefield, while sitting in one of the rooms at the palace in Hastinapur, Meerut. So how that technology is so advanced? Kurukshetra is far away, maybe 100 miles away from Hastinapur, or maybe a little more. But he is seeing everything. Our technology, we have television. We are watching all these newses and all. No, I don't have here TV. Why? It is telecasted somewhere else, but you can still watch here while you are in your living room. This is because the form and sound travels in the air through the air. It is transmitted here in your television here at home. By using your technological machines, you can pull the form and sound so you can hear. So all these technologies are there, but advanced technology is still not visible to our modern scientists, which are mantra technology, which are mystic technology. So this is still unknown to us, especially to the modern people. So here Rishikesh means he owns everything. It is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, Yesega Nishashida Kala Madavalambya Jivan Loma Vilaja Jagadanda Nada. Simply by his one breath, he brings through his hair pulse Jivan Loma Vilaja. Loma means the hairs on the body, everybody has, and hand and hands and hair and legs and all. So through that, the universe pops up. Just like we, in summer season, we can see in our poles, there are so many little sweat waters. So like that, from Mahavishnu means he is very, 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 very big Vishnu. And he is different from Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. And Garbhodakashaya Vishnu is different from Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. So this Mahavishnu, Sega Nisha Shida Kalam, by breathing and in and out, he can produce so many universes. When he breathes in, all these universes goes back to his body again. So one of his breath, he can bring so many millions of Brahmanda. Brahma Anda means this egg-shaped universe. Natha means is a Lord Brahma. He creates Lord Brahma. There are millions of Lord Brahmas. There are millions of Lord Shivas with many millions of heads. Both Brahma and Shiva, both of them have thousands and millions of heads. And Krishna demonstrated this when he was in Dwarika to our four-headed Brahma. How many Brahmas and how many Shivas and how many Sahasraksha Indras are actually there. So we can see, Yasega Nishashida Kalam Adavalambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadanda Nada Vishnur Mahanse Yahayasya Kala Vishesho. This Vishnu, who is a Mahavishnu, who is only a Kala Vishesho, a plenary portion of whom Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Vajami, of Lord Sri Krishna. And he is here addressed by Sanjay as Rishikesh, who is the master of the senses. So we see all this matter here. Matter means earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. Mind, intelligence, and ego is the subtle matter, which we cannot see with our gross eyes. But earth, water, fire, air, ether, we can understand, perceive. Ether also we cannot understand. But ether can be understood by its functions. Just like there is a sound. The sound is created because ether is there. If there is no ether, sound cannot be created. So even ether we cannot actually see. How can we see our mind? We have mind, we are thinking, feeling, willing, but we cannot see it. So all these 8 elements, gross and subtle, there is stock of such matters there, which is called covering of the universe. Just like a coconut have a shell, right? Inside the coconut, then there is water, then the husk outside. Like that, this universe is covered with 8 different kinds of elements, this gross matter. and each matter is 10 times thicker than the previous one. Now let us consider the universe is 4 billion miles diameter, right? So earth element is the first covering. So when it is 4 billion miles, the space within the universe, though the covering of the earth is 10 times more than the 4 billion, which is 40 billion miles thicker, that covering of the universe. Then you can see earth water 40 into 10, 400, then 4,000, earth, water, fire, air, ether, then 4 lakh, then 40 lakh, then 4 crore, then 40 crore, it goes on. So that within that covering is actually our universe where we are actually living. So Rishikesh means, God means, is not just an ordinary human being. Just like any Swami and Bhogi and Yogis come out and say that I am God. And you guys believe that. No, God is God always. When he was a little baby carrying the shoes of his father, or he was with gopis, he was, he may be with demons, he may be with his friends, he may be with his yogis, or he may be with his devotees. He is always God. Therefore, we worship the Lord in all stages of his life. Whether he is a baby, he is a grown-up, or adolescent, or any stages of his life, we consider him as God because we look at him through the Shastra Chakshu. These so-called gurus, Swamis, they all come and go. They may speak so many of nonsenses they want, thinking that they are God. Now we have some money, some hospitals are built, some hospitals and schools, some anadashrams, some this and that. Now I am God. No, we are not looking at that kind of God. When Krishna comes here and act like a human being, we take him for granted. But he is the absolute Lord, multi-billions and zillions of universes owner, both spiritual and material. Therefore, Krishna says, Mattaha paradaram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya Mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre manigane iva. There is no one equal or above me. Mattaha paradaram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya. You must understand everything is connected. How pearls are actually strung on a thread? Pearls. When you thread them, they are connected. Like that, everything you see in this material world is connected to me. Nothing can actually go independent of me. This is Rishikesh. Next is Gudakesh. Gudakesh means Arjun. Arjun has conquered his sleep. Therefore, he is called Gudake Isha. Gudakesha. Ika Isha. Controller of the sleep. He is. Why? When he was in the Gurukul, day and night he was practicing the bow. How to shoot, how to reach the target. Even if there is no light, he practices. And Dronacharya asked him, what are you doing? No, I am practicing. And he was practicing with the right hand and also the left hand. He is the only person can use the bow and arrow with both hands. If he has to shoot with the left hand, we say left-handy, right? And he can do it with the right hand too. because of practice. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chedasa nanya ghamine. It is very difficult, even bhakti yoga, but by practice we can come to that perfection and understand me, Krishna says. So if Arjun can actually become perfected by practice in his weapons, we can become perfect by devotional service to Krishna. Simply chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Sanjay is telling Guda Keshesa Bharata. Bharata means addressing Dhritarashtra because he is coming in the dynasty of Bharata Maharaj. So now he says Senayor Ubayor Madhye. Then Krishna carried Arjun and straight put in middle of the two armies. Radham Stabitva Radhotamam. Stabitva Radhotamam. Radha Uttamam, the finest of his chariot. Because Arjuna's chariot is given by Agnidev. So that is the fine horses, 4 horses, white horses. And Arjuna dressed white. Krishna with Pidambar. Now we see what Arjuna is going to see at the side of the Kuru army, who are all actually standing there. That is what next verse onwards. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.